turn this off. So what is the best way to learn how to play the guitar? Well, there really is no best way. It's all subjective. I know that's not the answer you wanted to hear, but it's the answer you came here for. What really it depends upon is your goals. Let's take me for example. When I was first learning the guitar, I was just fascinated by this instrument and I wanted to learn as many licks as I could. So I spent the first year of my guitar playing just learning licks. That's all I did. And I didn't even learn the whole songs. So I spent a year, probably 6 months to a year, probably 12 to 20 hours a week, maybe more, maybe less, just learning licks on the guitar. That's what I did my first year. That was my goal, was just to learn licks. Now, the second year, it was a little bit different. I've been taking lessons for a little while, and I watched this music video on Fuse. Back when Fuse was a thing and MTV was a thing, now we have YouTube and television. I don't know if anybody who still has cable television, I guess it's still kind of a thing. But there's this music video, and I saw this guitar player just shredding, and I was like, okay, I'm going to do that, or I'm going to die trying. And that's what I did. I focused. That was my new goal. So, what was the best thing for me to do then? I had to practice scales. Lots of scales. I played a lot of scales that summer. I spent 3 months playing scales, not just scales, but sequences. And it was really helpful because it cleaned up my right hand and my left hand, and I never had to think about alternate picking ever again. Take it into year 3. In year 3, I had a buddy. Well, actually, the buddy played guitar for me at the beginning, so we both started guitar at the same time. But at that time, he and I decided to get together and start writing songs. So I needed to get creative. So I had to start writing my own songs and my own licks. And I didn't know anything about music theory. I just knew the scales and the patterns, and I knew power chords because I learned all these licks in these songs. So I had that to build upon. And I can play it for you. The first song. This is my first lick. It's gonna sound really bad, but that was our lick. And then he played the power chords. And that was like the whole song. And what we did is we got this like 8-track recorder. This is before audio interfaces and technology. So we had an 8-track recorder, and we play along to the click. And I had a guitar solo and everything. I don't remember the guitar solo, but I remember that lick. And we went and recorded it, and we even got drums. We had microphones like hanging from the stairway down into the drum hole, like where the closet area was. So we put the drums, and we recorded the drums, and then we got the vocals down, and we had a song, and we had a demo. And from there, we're like, oh, wow, we can do this. So really, what I'm trying to get at is there's no best way to learn to play the guitar. It just depends on what your goal is at the time. And then after we recorded that song, it was record more songs. It was record an EP. So then we made more songs, and then we got a drummer, and then we just played a show because we had an EP. We sent the EP to the venue, and the venue got us a show, and it was a really big show, and I was super nervous. So then I had to work on my confidence, and then we wrote more songs, and it was a lot of fun. So maybe that's not your goals. Maybe you don't want to do a band. Maybe you want to play fast. I wanted to play fast too. That was my first goal. It wasn't to be in a band. My first goal was to learn to play a bunch of licks. I played those for my family and my friends and other musicians. So to get back to the point, what is the best way to learn to play the guitar? There is no best way. It depends on your goals. So I'm a music teacher. So if you were to come to me, I would ask you a bunch of questions. Like, what is your goal? Like, what is the direction? Like, where are you headed? What's your focus? And it doesn't have to be like super specific, but you should have an idea of what you want to accomplish, at least within a year's time. You don't even have to like write it out, but you should kind of know. Maybe it's just to get generally better. And if that was the case, you'd make a list of songs. So you have a goal. It's to get better at guitar, learn licks, whatever it is, and then you want to make a repertoire of songs. Maybe not all people want to learn songs, but I found that's really a fun part about playing music is learning other people's songs. So if you're out there and you're not learning other people's songs and you're just trying to be creative and learn it all on your own and not take inspiration from any other musicians or artists, then good luck with that. But yeah, you should have a list of songs. You should this is my process. You have a goal, whatever that is. You have a list of songs that are probably related to that goal, and then you have some technique stuff that you should work on, like scales, arpeggios, etc. and then eventually some music theory stuff, where so you can actually start connecting the dots and becoming more fluid on guitar. Because at one point I think it was like 7-8 years in, I was like, I gotta learn this music theory stuff. So I started connecting the dots, learning the chords. That way I was able to take, how do I put this? I could play lead guitar, I could come up with melodies, and I could write chord progressions in any key, and I could come up with my own melodies easily and fluently across the fretboard. I went on a mission to learn music theory, and then the next step after that was to fluently be able to play anywhere on the fretboard in any key, and I was able to accomplish that. I've acquired a whole bunch of other skills, like how to finger pick and do a whole bunch of other things. I have my own style. I'm my own unique guitar player. My journey is going to be different than your journey. But 9 times out of 10, you're not where you want to be because you don't know where you want to go. Or if you know where you want to go and you need help getting there, you probably have sought out a teacher or a coach. So what I'd like to do is invite you to join me in a free masterclass. If you click the link below, just go to the next page, and I'll see you there. I hope you got some value out of this video. But again, you have to set your own goals. Once you set your own goals, you should make a list of songs. You should have some technique stuff that you're working on that's going to help you get to the level of playing those songs or get to that goal. So whatever your goal is, that is the best way for you to learn to play guitar, which is why a one-size-fits-all course typically doesn't work. To get the best results, you need a tailored plan that's tailored to fit you, just like this blazer. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this. If you want to join that free training, click the link below, and I'll see you inside.